Yay, yay, yay!
Oh, you were so enthusiastic you did it twice. Good, good, good.
Yeah, to be honest, I just remembered the intro like 2 seconds before the countdown ended, and it still gives me thrills. It's so cool, man.
It's hyping me, man. It's hyping me. So, how are
Yeah.
you, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Welcome everyone to Freestyle TV. We have really interesting episode tonight coming up. Uh, how am I doing? I've been super busy today. I'm doing some podcast here in Finland. Uh, Also, what's happening in the WFFA has kept me really busy for the couple last days, and yeah, everything's great. I'm in Helsinki now, as you can see. That background is a little different, so that's what's up. What about you, Daniel?
No, I'm good. I'm good. As you said, like there's a lot of things cooking, behind the scenes. There's a lot of work going on, and I almost don't dare to say it, but it feels like we're getting back to normal, man. I can see the companies are active again, the social media, there's more training clips, the tournaments are coming up, the sun is shining, you know what I mean? Like the good
Yeah,
times are, it feels like the good times are coming now. So yeah, it's very
yeah,
hectic, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
ready, man.
Cool, 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 cool. Right, like you said, there's a lot of stuff cooking in the background, but of course, what is taking a lot of attention is, of course, Red Bull Street Style. Uh, the registration for the male competition has started.
Yes, exactly. And man, it's season 14 of Red Bull Street Style. I mean, we're going to talk about it later with Charlie. He's been there since the beginning, the good old Red Bull reaction. We talk about it later. But yeah, season 14 is kicking off. The difference this year with last year is that last year we also had 3 months of qualification, and the registration was going month by month. But now the registration is open for all males.
Yeah,
Females is in June. We're doing the registration for the females in June, but all the men 16-year and older, doesn't matter where in the world you're from, go to the WFFA app, download it, or look on the website. And well, I think we have a scoop here. The road to Croatia, man.
yeah,
It's the word is out. We're going to Croatia.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So this is from the WFFA website,
Yes,
uh, and basically all the information is available there.
that's it. So download the app, go to the website, and sign up. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that we can break the records again with the number of participants. In the back in the days, I think it was kind of hard to monitor how many
Yes,
freestylers joined all over the world. Now, when we're doing online online national qualifiers in the rest of the world, it's easy to get the data of how many people are participating. And last
exactly.
year, do you have any idea how many we had last year? Because it
Man, to
was
be
many
honest,
hundreds.
I forgot. I cannot remember if it was something like 1,500 or 1,700 freestylers. It was the most amount of registered people ever in the tournament.
Yeah,
Because the thing is that some people have the idea that freestyle sometimes is not growing, but that's
yeah,
because freestyle is shifting. For example,
yeah,
freestyle is massive in Iran right now. It is
yeah,
massive in Mexico. It is massive in Iran. But before it was Poland and Russia. And maybe those countries have gone down a little bit. And now there's other countries coming up. So although maybe freestyle is not growing where you're from, the sport in general, like going like that, is still growing, definitely. So
yeah.
that's great news, I say.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I'm excited. The first national qualifiers are starting less than 2 weeks, man.
Yes, man. We're gonna
And
go with a whole
there's
batch of like 17 countries in April. Bam.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it'll be exciting. And then of course the qualifiers April will be over. Then we go to um,
The regionals.
yeah, regionals and the other qualifiers after April, like
Yes.
May and June.
We
I
can
forgot.
actually, people should watch the previous episode where we go in depth about the whole schedule and everything about Rebel Street Style. So
Yeah,
go and watch that one, I would say.
yeah, definitely. Uh, but there was some other super exciting news as well. Like just came out a few hours ago. Is the Daytona competition?
Yes, the Soccer Fest.
Yeah.
It is like a part of a bigger festival when they have all kind of different sports. And yeah, for the first time ever, we're going to have like an international, like US Open, which is open for both US and international players. And yeah, all the details that will be revealed in the coming weeks. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. And also, all this information is on the WFFA website.
Yeah, exactly. So what is exciting about this is that this occasion, this is something I can reveal for the viewers. So this is kind of, I think, the first in modern WFFA era, a modern freestyle competition where we were requested to organize a official freestyle competition. So this will be super exciting. And, you know, what we already witnessed in Miami is that the Americans know how to put up a show. So that's why I'm really excited for the Daytona Soccer Fest, because
I mean, I've heard some gossips. I've heard maybe Snoop Dogg is coming.
Exactly.
Yes, that's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I hear Charlie laughing at the background. Yeah. But it's gonna be good. He's probably thinking I'm joking, but I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God, like that would be like, you know, we've had celebrity judges, but Snoop Dogg as a, because Snoop Dogg plays FIFA. I know for a fact that he's playing FIFA, so you know, I'm sure he would be a lot into these kinds of things.
Definitely,
so,
man. He's also in a lot of other things that's not so good for you. So don't do that. don't do that, Snoop. Don't do that.
Right, man. But anyways, all that you can find from the WFFA website, and of course follow the socials, so you'll be up to speed with all the latest news. But moving on with the show, I think we could invite our first guest of the day, who a fantastic freestyler, fantastic person, who's been running a female sit-down freestyle competition. So without further ado, let's have a clip of Jasmine Johnson from the Netherlands.
She's looking really smooth here.
This is just 30 seconds each round. They're fulfilling with a lot of drinks. Make some noise.
Jasmine, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Good to be back.
Yes. So yeah, right. You were one of the ambassadors of the youth competition last year, and then right after that, competing in Red Bull Street Style. So it's a couple months after Red Bull Street Style. So what's going on in your life right now?
Yeah, just being busy, like Daniel said. Yeah, it feels like life is getting back to normal. There are getting more shows, so that's good for the business. Training hard. And yeah, it's excited that the competitions are coming up, so we have something to train for. So yeah.
Hey, speaking of competitions, you know, last year's youth competition winner Becca, she turned 16, so she's gonna be one of your competitors now. How do you feel about that?
I know. I noticed, like, that's crazy. Her level is insane. So much respect for her, like how hard she's training. Her level is crazy. And I think she's gonna do great. She has a big chance to get into the top 8, depending on like who is competing. But
that's the question. So everyone wants to know: is Melody competing? Did she retire? No one knows. So
yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So, Jasmine, speaking about the female freestylers, what is there like some buzz in the female scene right now? Like, what's the latest gossip from the female scene?
Ooh. I don't know what the gossip is. I noticed like a lot of girls, young girls are coming up, and they are getting really really good. Maybe a little bit of underground. So yeah, now the competitions are coming back. It's gonna be really really exciting.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah, definitely.
is there any Dutch girls, like new talents, or how was it back then?
We have Heaven from the Netherlands. She is. I
Riedijk,
think she. Sorry.
is her name Riedijk or something like that?
Yeah, could be Heaven.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. She has like a unique style. So yeah, it's just creative and interesting to watch.
Cool.
And yeah, she's training hard, and we have some young girls going good on social media, of course. But they
Nice,
are also
nice.
playing football, so they're combining it.
Yes. You mean like Sterre and girls like that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is like a new generation, right? They're like tricksters. They do somewhere in
Yeah,
between.
let's
You
say
see
that.
this very, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So, tell us about the female freestyle sit-down competition. Like now, I think it's already to the semi-final, or is it already in the final stage?
Yeah, we are having a semi-final. Like last year, I did the online female lower competition, and that was actually a big success.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was great. Yeah.
So I wanted to do like something like that again, and we see a lot of girls doing sit downs, and so I was like, okay, let's make it a sit down competition next year, because all the boys have like the lower competition and the big sit down competition. And this year, I reckon we had like 22 girls, so that's a pretty good amount. And it's on the Tournify. You can follow everything. And we have now Olga from Belarus, MSA from Hungary, Dominika from Poland, and Yulin from China. And
nice mix.
Yeah, every stage the video is getting better and better, and the judges, they Philip, Mark, and Jay all told me like, whoa, the level is going up. So that's a good sign. That's why I'm organizing this.
But I think in theory, it's a great job, by the way. I'm really happy you're doing this for the community. So great. But I think that there's no reason why women should be less good at sit downs than men, right? Like when you have like three revs, Luca style, that's maybe a different discussion. But I think in sit downs, I think there's unlimited possibilities, right?
Yeah, everyone has their unique style. Some girls are really flexible and can make some really interesting and weird combinations.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's different than lowers, of course. But yeah, we don't have to be less good than men. I agree.
No, of course not. No. But you made a little transition there yourself. You used to be like in the times when you trained with the tonic and always lowers. But now you kind of went a lot to sits and Jordan and things like that.
I started the Dutch community a couple years ago was basically all lowers. So I'm glad actually that they taught me to do lowers, to start with the basics. But now the last couple of years I've made like the turn to fully all round. And also sit downs was one of my favorites. Now I love doing Jordan acrobatics and stuff. But I'm training a lot of sit downs.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
How many competitors did sign up for the female freestyle sit down competition?
This year 22 for the sit down competition.
Okay.
And for the lower competition last year it was 24. So it's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is just the first edition of the boat. So next year we'll have 40 or whatever. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, there will be a second edition, definitely.
Is there going to be upper competition? Because that would be natural.
Well, I've been thinking about it, but we don't see a lot of girls doing uppers, and it would be a good motivation to train them. But to make it a big competition and with a lot of variety and making like 2-minute videos, I think it's gonna be going to be hard for a lot of girls not to be like too much repetitive. So I would love girls to start training uppers. I love training uppers, but to make it a competition, I think we need to evolve a little bit more to get a higher level. But yeah, that's maybe in a couple of years.
Because I don't know if you know this, but I have a little news. That is this year at Super Bowl, there will be separate competitions for girls also in like 6'3", Ironman and things like that. So we have an Iron Woman competition and a 6'3", like especially for...
Oh, that's just lowers or also like...
I don't know yet.
From all the competitions, if enough girls sign up, then there will be female competition.
Okay, cool. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
So I think the time is right now. So
yeah. Hopefully the girls, a lot of girls are, I feel like maybe a little bit scared to compete because it's their first competition. They're pretty young, but I hope like online competition like this motivates them to also compete live and do more competitions like this. Because you don't have to win. It's just for yourself to get better and get feedback from the judges as well. And like I said, like all the girls are getting better and better every round. So that's why I'm organizing this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great job.
Well, yeah, it's just magnificent what you're doing for the female scene, and it's not. We have to understand that this is not just for female scene. This is for freestyle in general.
Yes.
Because for a sport to be truly great, you have to have like a big number of participation, both in male and female. So we need people like Jasmine who push these competitions. And actually, finally, I've managed to pull up the situation with the female sit-down competition, and we can also have a look of who all has been competing.
Cool.
So
many different countries, man.
Yeah, that's what I was also about to say. That it's like it's super duper international. From all the continents, there's someone.
Good to know that the girls that didn't come into the top 16, they went into the rookie competition. There were 5 or 6 girls who got into that, and they battled each other, and we got a winner, Lucy from the UK. So even if you're not in the top 16 because you're just started freestyle, you still got a chance to show what you got to the judges. And,
perfect, and also you gain more experience because you get a few extra free possibilities to freestyle. So
yeah, definitely.
Nice. Cool.
Okay, so the semifinals are on right now, and we can see that the round 3, 4th of April, is that when the results will be announced, or?
That's when they have to send their video before the 4th of April, and then 1 week later, so 7 days later, we announce the final and the battle for the 3rd place. Okay,
so about a month from now, we'll have the winner of the female sit-down competition.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. PeGe, maybe we can show the final here in one of the next episodes. It'll be fun.
For sure. What a great idea.
Maybe we can announce the winner on Freestyle TV.
Maybe.
Let's see. We'll figure something out.
Amazing. Okay. Well, that's so great. Any other things coming to your mind from your freestyle business and career or female community?
Not so far.
I have one question.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna win Red Bull Freestyle this year? Can you do it? Do you believe in it?
I think I can do it if I'm consistent.
Yes, because I think so too. Because and I'm not saying that like to kiss ass or anything, but I think it's like you have the potential. No, but you know, like okay. Also because I'm Dutch. No, I'm joking. But I truly think that you have the potential to do it. I really think. I think throughout the years you sometimes got nervous, sometimes some unnecessary mistakes, but I think if you don't mess up, you're up there definitely.
Thanks. Yeah, that's. I feel exactly the same. Like it's just one moment, and it's just about controlling the nerves because usually I have my sets, and I think if I land all my sets, it might be enough, but we shall see.
This is a perfect moment to go to our next guest, PeGe, because the guy that we're going to have after this was second place until he finally did it. So I think it's time to bring in Charly soon.
For sure. Anyways, just I want to say also one last thing. It's great to see Jasmine, who actually is now a member of the older generation in the female scene. So you know,
it's so weird.
When I saw you for the first times in a couple of first years, you know, you were the upcomer, and now you're already the, you know,
True.
one of the most experienced ones. So perfect. But anyways, thank you so much for coming, Jasmine, and updating us on the female scene and the female freestyle sit-down competition.
Yeah, sure. Glad to be here.
Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Doei.
Bye-bye.
All right. So there was some good freestyle. Actually, unfortunately, we showed that already in the previous episode. Anyways, like you were saying, we are close to announce our next guest. A wonderful freestyler who's been going through a lot in his career, and definitely one of the greatest freestylers to ever play the sport, don't you think?
Definitely, man. I mean, sorry, I was a bit unfocused here. I'm back now. I was doing two things at the same time. That's how I roll. Yes. I mean, okay. If we look at the last 15 years, right? Freestyle football. If there is one person, you know, like going to the top is one thing, but staying on the top for 15, I almost want to swear here, years is incredible. So I want to know of my next guest, like, how did he do it? How did he stay motivated? Like, he's one of the greatest of all times. That's the only thing I want to say. It's amazing. So I want to bring him in and talk with him about, like, how did he do that?
Yes. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Charly Iacono.
From Japan, versus Charly from Argentina. Two over the past 2 days, completing style for both, bringing their A game to this competition. They look very focused. This is the big one. All right, judges, are you ready? Ballers, are you ready? London, Camden, Ramos, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! All right, the Argentinians starting us off. We've seen all kinds of crazy combinations, and it looks like he's going straight into another one in his lower body section. Still looks fast, still looks nimble, still looks eager to impress. A little wave at the boys down the front here. Solid start. And that's 5 seconds from Charly. Slight slipper. Let's go and see if it takes over.
Yes.
So here we have the man, the myth, the legend, Charly. Welcome to Freestyle TV.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Of course. So we want to learn more about your career and you as a person. So let's start right from the beginning. When did you start freestyle?
I started, first of all, I started copying Ronaldinho moves in the commercials, like most of the guys of the old school. Or
Yeah.
maybe the older. I don't know if Daniel, for example, they started with Maradona, I think.
Yes.
So what I know, Ronaldinho started because of Maradona, and then I started from Ronaldinho. It's like Maradona inspired I think that the first the first generation of freestylers. Then Ronaldinho the second, like me. So I
Yeah.
started copying him, and then the first ever freestyle video I found on internet was Too Sunny, that famous video with the song.
You can hear the song in your head, right? It's like
Na 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 na. Yes, yes.
I think it's so funny because I don't know what's the actual name of that video, but when
Yes.
freestylers they talk about that famous Tuzani video. It's always
Yeah.
that famous Tuzani video.
Shall I tell you something funny? That's not the original song. Tuzani didn't release it under that song. It was someone else that changed the song and then it went viral.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, but it was even better.
Yeah, it was better, yeah, because the music, it was almost like he edited on the music. I think
Yeah.
it was just lucky.
Mhm.
But
Nice, man.
so when was this? When did you saw the Tuzani freestyle video?
I think it was around 2006, but like the final of this year. But in
Yeah.
that moment, I was not training every day. When I say I started like training, how do you say, more focused, like knowing this sport and saying, okay, this is a sport, it's called freestyle football, and I want to train and improve. It was in the beginning of 2007.
Okay.
Before that, I was just a Choga Bonito player, like before playing a match with my friends, I just trying to do some tricks that Ronaldinho was doing.
So I have
Yeah.
a question. How did you got invited for Red Bull Reaction? How did they found you back in 2007?
Yes, because in that moment, as I said, I was very fan of Ronaldinho. I didn't have internet in my house, just like an old computer. So every day when I was going to school, my mother was giving me 1 peso to the school. I was saving that money, and every Friday after school, went to the internet to the cyber cafe. You got that in Europe too, right? Yes. And
Yeah.
in the cyber cafe, I was watching Ronaldinho's videos and always in Google, searching for a tournament, for a freestyle tournament, and never found something, never. And one day, in that moment, I knew every page when you were searching for freestyle football tournament.
Yes.
I knew everything that is going to appear. And one day there was one new page, and it was this one, Red Bull Reaction. And that moment I just print everything, print all the page, and go like running to my house, saying to my father, this is what I'm practicing, and I want to compete in this thing. And it was far from my house. I live 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, depend of the traffic from the city. But for my family, it was like wasting time doing these tricks with the ball. So they say, no, forget to go there. Forget. Just go to the park to play with your friends. But I was 16 years old. So I tried to find the way how to get to that place where the tournament was going to be. And so then my sister was a bit afraid of what I was going to do, because they saw me very focused. Anyway, I will go. I don't know how, but I will go.
Okay.
So yes, I went to the tournament with my sister, and I won. I won like very easy because there was nobody.
Oh, you mean you won first the Argentinian qualifier?
No, it was not the Argentinian. It was like regional. Regional,
Okay,
you say in
regional,
English?
yes.
Yes. They did 2 regionals, one here in Buenos Aires and another one in another province. And I won that very easy because nobody was training like me. So for everybody, they were like Choca Bonito players, like
Yes.
Like football players who do football tricks.
Yes, just
Yes.
one flick up, one ATV, and no more. And then controlling, just head,
Yes, classic.
shoulders, classic, yes. And I was doing like 10 ATV consecutive and sit downs and everything. So one guy, I remember what's funny story. One guy thought that it was going to be like a penalty tournament, and he was goalkeeper.
Really?
Yes. One of the competitors was with the, how do you say, the gloves.
Yeah.
Oh,
The goalkeeper was all prepared for the. He was prepared for the penalty tournament, and they say no, it's just like a juggling tournament. Okay. And
so
then
funny.
yes, for the Argentinian final, it was like 3 months after that. Then they saw that I was going to win very easily also the final.
Yes.
And they found how do you say, like a street artist
Yes.
in Buenos Aires doing something like freestyle, doing how do you say, like juggling with the hands but also with the head, with the.
Oh, is it the guy that does the T-shirt also? That guy.
Yes, that one. Yes.
He was performing in the center. I saw him. Yeah.
So he was not competing, but for the final they found this guy. I think they paid him to come and compete with me. So they put the fixture. They prepared the fixture to meet this guy in the final, and that was my first competition.
Oh, and this was like beginning of 2007.
Yes, 2007.
And how far was this before the final with like Fernando Pitt and Gustavo Tello? Like how few months between?
Yeah, a few months. This final that we are watching the video, it was in September, I think, 2007.
Yes.
Yeah, I think September, and the other competitions were June, I think. Yes, June, July.
But okay, this is a stupid question, but I can't remember. Were you in Sao Paulo competing for Rebel Freestyle?
Yes, in Sao Paulo was the first time. Yeah, the first time that I saw you and Pale,
yes.
And I didn't believe that I was in front of the guys I was watching the videos, because I remember watching your videos with the Rastas, with Pale, doing that. And yes, when I was in front of you all guys, I wasn't able to speak any word in English, I remember.
Yes, because I cannot remember actually speaking to you then. Like it was the same. I saw all the guys like Crasso and Rocky, but nobody could speak English. So everybody was like, hi, and that's it.
Yes, everybody like saying, your t-shirt, I want your t-shirt.
Yeah.
I remember, I still have it, a shirt of Nam de Mam, Monta shirt. Great Monta shirt of Nam de Mam. I still have it, yes.
I remember in that gym, where we did the warm-up when Jago Freestyle from Brazil, he got my t-shirt. He wanted to have Monta, because everyone wanted to have Monta t-shirt. That's funny.
Yes, you guys made Monta very famous in that time, yes.
Yes. Actually, we did, yeah. That was.
And it was like so much ahead of its time, Monta, because there was absolutely no other. Well, I'm not sure when Swirl came into play, but like Monta was the only one that was like known by all the freestylers, probably just because of the videos that you and Palle did. So
yes, but also the street, not just us. It was also the street legends, because it was for mostly in the beginning like a street football brand, So, oh man, it's so funny to see this, man. Crasso and all the old guys. Oh, this is a good video, because everybody is like the Red Bull Street Style World Final was first, but this was actually the first one. Actually, kind of.
Yeah, it's true. This was the first one ever, and I
Yes.
know the creator of this tournament. He told me that he was
Hayes.
inspired by the
Hayes.
BC1.
Yeah.
Hayes, yes.
Yes. Cool guy. Hayes Wheelers.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, he just
He
copied
was-
BC1. That's what he did.
Yeah, he got that idea and then mixed it with the freestyle football.
So my question is, at what point did you think, okay, I actually want to be a professional freestyler? Like I could make this into a career. Like when was that turning point kind of for you?
I think it was when, let me think. Yes, in 2008. Okay, after I won the first Argentinian tournament in 2007,
Yes.
there was Puma, the brand Puma in this tournament. So they started to take me to do shows with them, and I got of course some few money. Then I continued studying in the school. 2008, I finished the school and started the university.
Oh,
So
okay.
in that moment,
What did you study?
how do you say in English? Like it's design. It's very famous. Like most of the guys, they study of how do you say?
Like web designer.
Design. Graphic design.
Oh, graphical
Yeah,
design.
graphic design.
Cool.
And yes, I started to study that, but in that moment, appeared L'Oreal, the brand L'Oreal. They wanted to contract me for a commercial,
Yes.
which was 1 week, like 4 days of rehearsals, and then 3 days recording, filming. It was something like this, like 1 week entire filming.
Nice.
So that was the problem. That, how do you say? I lost in the university. You have to have 90% of assistant
Attendance. Yes.
attendance. Yes.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
lost that it was for entering to the university, not that I was in.
Yes. So what did your family did not like that, I guess.
Yes, in that moment my father started to help me to manage the shows. So he asked me, yes, if you want to study, you cannot do this commercial, but it is a good money, and he was going to take also good money as a manager.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. He earned from you. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the key to be a freestyler. And I say to him, you need the money? Yes. Okay, so I will be freestyler. And I started
So,
to feel
it's
the
like-
commercial.
It's funny because I don't know if you see the Neymar documentary in Netflix. It was the same thing. Neymar's father became his manager, and he made it a big brand because it's not just Neymar playing football, but also managing him in the commercials and all that. But okay, so you started freestyling somewhere around 2006, 2007, like real hard. And this Red Bull reaction, like for the guys who are watching this stream right now, you don't understand how like kind of legendary and important in the history of freestyle this video is. And I can see like Karen Ford, who's been to Super Bowl a few times, and Crasso, of course, like big names that the old school generation, like me, like I can safely say that I'm old school,
Hey.
even I started 2008.
PeGe. Okay, PeGe, sorry to interrupt, but I have to tell you something funny. You remember when you and me were in Valencia, we go into a Venezuelan restaurant.
No,
and
it was
this guy
Miami.
goes,
Miami.
Oh,
We were
Miami.
in
in Miami, and we're in a Venezuelan restaurant, Charlie, and this guy comes up to us and he goes like, oh, where you from? Oh, we're for Freestyle Football. And he's like, I'm friend with, what's the guy from Venezuela? What's his name?
Donaldo Barros.
He's like, I'm a friend with Donaldo. It was so funny. And then we took a picture and he sent it to Facebook to Donaldo.
Yes.
He's in this video, PeGe.
Yeah, I know. Remember that was like it was like when I was there, I was thinking, this can't be true.
Yeah.
When you told me that Donaldo sent you the message that sent a picture of us, and I was like, the world is so small.
Yeah, that was funny. It was a little,
But-
just very small restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is, Charlie. There we go. Against Peru. Is that Nakata?
Nakata, yes,
Yes.
Nakata from Peru.
So in this video, you're 16 years old.
16, let me see. No, 17, because my birth is in July. So it was
Okay.
2007, like September, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And so who won this Red Bull reaction? You?
Who won? No.
Painful question.
Yeah, second place. Tesho.
Yeah, okay.
Gustavo Tello.
Gustavo Tello. Sí,
Yeah,
Gustavo
okay.
Tello. With the famous trick that then Sean copy, like doing a roll.
Yes, 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 exactly.
But Gustavo and Fernando PeGe from Brazil, they meet in the semifinal, and they were for me the best of the day. So I was lucky that they met in the semifinal.
Okay.
In that battle that we are watching now, because they were used to do shows, to do street shows, and with a lot of people in front. So that was the difference between me and him. He was doing, how do you say, here in the traffic light, like doing street shows.
Yeah.
Semáforo, yeah.
Semáforo.
Busking.
Yeah, busking. Tello was doing that in Ecuador every day, and not me. I was not doing shows every day or every month, so I think that was really
I think
important.
the training for the traffic light is perfect because it's 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it goes red on 30 seconds, so it's like one set. It's perfect.
And this first tournament was strange because the time was 20 seconds each guy.
Yes.
But there was a problem because at the final there was always one guy with more time than the other, because if you put 20, it's not exactly the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the same in Sao Paulo, actually, Red Bull Freestyle 2008. Also 2020.
Yes, and then when it was one ball, and if the other guy is, how do you say, delayed to pass the ball, then maybe you have 15 seconds. So it's nothing. It's just 1, 2 tricks and pass again.
So, okay, well, like said, this is 2007. Now it's 2022. So this is 15 years ago. So it's like, that's terribly long time, man. Like 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's like,
don't remember me. Don't remember me.
Yeah. But so we move on with your career, right? When was, like, you went to Sao Paulo, but not a lot of success in the Red Bull Street Style 2008, right? There was like all the freestylers from around the world, like big competition, Nam the Man, Sean, very experienced freestylers from other parts of the world. What was your next international freestyle tournament after that?
Yeah, it was that one in 2008 in Sao Paulo. Mm-hmm.
But after Sao Paulo.
After Sao Paulo, 2000. No, after Sao Paulo. When I came from Sao Paulo, I was I got a lot of motivation, of course, because I met the legends, and I started to train more and more. In that moment, that was the moment when I started to train much more hardcore, because I met Rocco in Sao Paulo, and he was doing Ahmad combos like nothing.
Master,
I was able to do just one Ahmad, and he was doing like consecutive and crazy combos. And then when I came from Sao Paulo, I started to train a lot. And then 2009 we didn't have tournament, I think, or maybe yes. No, I think.
But you were not in South Africa, were you?
No, South Africa, no. But I think we had a national, but not. I didn't go to South Africa. But in that moment, yes, I was really prepared to compete there in South Africa. I was sure that maybe not winning, but I will be between the best.
Yes.
And then I got really angry because Red Bull Argentina didn't want to send competitor to South Africa. And after that, I was in the very famous TV program like Britain's Got Talent, like Argentina, Talento Argentino, 2010. And I did 2 performances in that program, perfect, like without drops, totally perfect. And then got an email from Dan Wood saying that he was going to visit Buenos Aires with Sean Farwell because he was going to do some performances in Boca Juniors and around. And then we got a meeting. I met Dan for the first time, and he told me that they were planning to do the competition in Malaysia in 2011, and they saw me in internet with this in this famous program, and they want to invite me to compete there. And so the next competition after Sao Paulo was in Kuala Lumpur in 2011.
Yeah, that's where I met you again.
Yes.
I was there. I was judging.
Yes, you were judging. It's true.
Yeah.
So that was the first ever world tour, right?
Yes.
And the first title of Andrew Henderson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think was final against Gauthier, maybe.
Yeah,
yes,
I think Gauthier was in the final. So what happened to you in that competition?
My first battle was against Asun, that he was the champion of Red Bull. So in my mind was like, okay, I will show that if Red Bull Argentina sent me to South Africa, I should have won. So I have the champion in front of me. I have to destroy him.
Yes.
And I beat the Asun, and then the quarterfinals with Andrew, and he was totally on fire. On fire.
Yeah, he was almost unbeatable at that time.
Yes.
2 years. Yeah.
So that was 2011, and I think then there was after that was the Red Bull Street Style Lecce 2012.
And oh my God, that's when you got into Jordan stalls.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, 2012.
I still remember. Was that in Lecce when you introduced the stretch with the legs? Or was that 2013?
It was 2013 in Tokyo.
Crazy.
It was, yes. I know what I feel when you get an idea of a new trick, somebody else is thinking the same in another part of the world.
Yeah, always. Yes.
Always. So because the Jordan style, I got the idea before. I was training here. We organized a meeting. There was Pedro Suarez from Brazil. Yes. He was visiting Argentina, and I told him about this idea that I want to do like the handstand and control the ball with the sole.
Yes.
And then after that, Jordan, release the video doing the Jordan. So, and I say, why I didn't practice like faster and record?
No, but okay. So maybe he was the Jordan style, but you did so many things. You did the juggles, the stretch of the legs, like straight legs, and calf stall and calf juggles and all that crazy shit.
Yes, because of that, because I got like a bit angry that somebody recorded before me, and I say, okay, but I will do it much better now, and I try to find different ways of improving this trick. And yes, for example, in that moment, Boyka also started after he saw me, because we were speaking very often with Boyka in that time. Yes. And I told him that I was training this trick, and he started to practice juggling, like flexing the knees.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be like the same, to be similar. And I say, no, I have to find a different way. Then I got the idea of juggling, but with the legs.
Yes.
How do you say in English? Like this?
Yes.
Straight.
Straight. Yes. With the legs straight. And then what more? Then spinning. And then with this, like this. And, and again, and then combining.
Yeah, so crazy. I mean, I don't even think people understand how difficult that is. It's so difficult.
Yes, you have to train every part of the trick perfectly. Like if you want to do Jordan style, for me, I have to see you doing handstand easily without the ball.
Yes.
If you can't do it, I say no. Just leave the ball away and try
Yes.
to do it without the ball first. And some of the guys, when they start training in Jordan, they
Yes.
start with the ball, just trying to learning with the ball.
Yeah, it's funny because Martin van Luit, I asked him one time, do a normal handstand without the ball. It's very difficult for him because he never trained it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
always
know.
he's from the first day he tried to do Jordan stuff with the ball, so he never
The
learned the
ball.
handstand without. It's really
Uh-huh.
it's really weird.
Yes. Of course, maybe it took him more time
Yeah, I think so.
to
Yeah.
learn it. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, we're closing on with the time, so let's go to the first final after 2007 when you came second. So, if I'm not mistaken, again, it would be you against Zumo in Red Bull Street Style final in
Oh
Tokyo,
yes.
2013.
Mhm.
Where Materazzi, the Italian
Oh,
football
yeah.
player, like went there and just lifted the hand and was like, everyone was like, what's happened? So in that moment, what was going through your head? Because that was a gigantic final. You and Zumo, both very strong all-round players. So what were you thinking at that moment?
Yes, at that moment, I saw Shimo was much more nervous than me.
Yes.
But the problem was that I did what other guys told me to do.
Oh, not a good idea.
Yes, the worst idea. If some guy is here and competing and listening to this, always do what you feel, and because from the from the qualifications to the semifinals, I did it on my own, like what I
Yes.
was training. If I want to do Scala combo, I go and try to do Scala combo and doing it. And if you fail one time, try again and do it. But for the final, after winning Andrew Henderson in the semifinal, when I came down off the stage, there was like many freestylers coming to me saying,
yes.
no, the guy who drops the less in the final is the winner. So try to not to, how do you say,
Risk.
to risk. Yes, try not to risk too much, and you will win. And in my mind I was thinking to do like the same that I was doing before. Like, okay, for the final is all together, is all the tricks that I was doing in the battle, but choose the best and do it in the final. Like Scala combo, and maybe try to do another Scala in the combo, or if I see it's hard, try to do long combo, and then the backflip catch, the Jordan style with the legs straight. In my mind, I was going to do all that, but when everybody started to speak to me and say no, not to risk, I was a bit afraid. Maybe like saying, oh, maybe if I do all this, it's too much and I will lose. And that's why I started with Magellan. When for me, Scala was really maybe easier than Magellan, because I was training much more Scala than Magellan. And I started with Magellan. And then the backflip catch, I didn't try it, and nothing. And I got drops doing the Magellan combo. And Shimo, I think he was very nervous, but he did it on his own. Nobody maybe told him what to do. So that final, I lost because of that, I think. But for me, I enjoyed that tournament, because I feel it like coming from being just one more freestyler to be in the top and everybody knows you.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, 2014 in Brazil, Red Bull Street Style. You against Andrew in the final, but also who was against Andrew? Who was against Erlend? Because Erlend was third in Brazil.
Was it Pedrinho? Was it you?
Yes.
So you won Erlend in the semifinal.
Yes, I won Erlend in the semifinal, and then Andrew in the final.
You know, that's one of the last international battles he lost.
Yes.
Yes, it's true.
After he started to win everything.
Yeah. I have to ask, did you think about anything because Ellen was clearly younger than anyone else? Did you think about, this kid has potential?
Yeah, sure. I remember I was speaking with his parents after the battle, and they how do you say, they congrats me because of winning, and I say to them that this guy is really good, and if he keeps training, will be, of course, champion one day, because he was only 13 years old.
Wow.
And but when you see a guy of 13 years old, but in the battle, when you have all the pressure, all the people looking at you, he was like chilling, like nothing is happening here.
Yeah.
So that's really important for a freestyler. All the other part for him was just training, but the most important part is if you feel or not the pressure and what happened to you when you have a lot of pressure or a lot of people watching you. And so for me, yes, of course, in that moment I saw he was going to be really big, and not just because too tall, but big freestyler. And against Andrew, I was sure to win that battle.
Yes,
but it was with Andrew. It was always like how do you say, like black and white. And
yeah, I know what you're saying, because
like Ryu and Ken, in Street Fighter, like Ryu and Ken. So my mentality was not that strong like him. He's really strong in mentality. And
yes.
but for that tournament I was prepared. I prepared some new tricks, but I remember it started to rain.
Yes, we had to change the venue. Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Something happened to Charlie's internet.
Oh, he froze, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he looks good like this as well, but we prefer him talking.
Yeah.
So in 2014, he lost. That was kind of the winning streak of Andrew. Like Andrew was winning.
It was exactly because, Red Bull Street Style was the last world title that Andrew didn't have. He had won the World Tour. He had won Super Bowl. And, Red Bull Street Style was the last, major title.
Missing. He had like a spot. He had like a spot reserved on his desk for it.
Exactly. So it was. I remember it was like crazy exciting. Like, can Andrew do it? Can he become the GOAT? And that was definitely when, like, the seal for his great career. But of course, it was a huge battle between Charlie, because we already knew that how good he is, because he was also the runner-up the last year.
Yes.
So that
but
was just.
I think if we would make a ranking, we have to do this one time. If you have to do a ranking of the last 15 years or whatever, and give everyone a point for getting to top 3 in some kind of competition, I mean, I'm not even sure. It's probably Charlie that's on top, or maybe Michritz or something. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to. It doesn't even have to be Ireland or Andrew. If you do a full ranking of 15 years, then I'm very curious who is actually on top.
Yeah, something super interesting for someone to start investigating.
Yes. It's a good project for Jordy. Sorry, Jordy,
exactly.
if you're watching, I'm just joking. Yes, a short shout out to Jordy. Jordy is our new communications guys at the WFFA since this year, and just want to give him a massive shout out, because this guy does a lot. All those the cool banners, all the new copies, the text, everything, man. You see, it's his work. So great job, Jordy.
Basically, also the looks of Freestyle TV is his handwriting.
The logo and everything. Yes. So we kind of lost Charlie, but good news, people. He's back at it. Bring him in, PeGe. He's back. Yes.
Well,
that's it. So we were 2014. Okay, PeGe, you continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we actually handled 2014 already on your behalf.
Without you, yes.
Yeah. But so London, what was it?
16.
16. We go to London. Your third Red Bull Street Style, or I don't remember. Anyways, what was you thinking when you went to the London Red Bull Street Style?
First of all, when I got to London, I felt really happy because it was not supposed for me to be there. And Daniel knows him because Argentina Red Bull Argentina, they didn't want to send again, like in South Africa, an Argentinian competitor. But 2014, when I lost with Andrew, they didn't pay me the price. It was like a video shoot or a book of photo, something like that. So I told this to Dan Rosboom, and he said, okay, he will try to speak with International Red Bull and changing this price for the ticket to compete. And then yes, he told me that it was okay, and I was already preparing myself for this competition, but I started to prepare like more focus, and so I was really happy to be there, like competing, because as I say, a few months before, I say, okay, there is no possibility to compete, and I was feeling that it was my best freestyle level. And when I got there, yes, was just very different to the other competitions. I was enjoying it from the first day until the last day. And I remember like training, and if I get a drop training, I didn't care about it. In a battle, if I have a drop also in a battle, I didn't care about that. Just doing what I was training before. So the key for me was just enjoying. I think because of my personality is not to be angry in the battle and trying to kill or to do it in the best combo of my life. When I won the tournament, for me was not my best level in the battles, but I won because I was fresh, enjoying and doing what I trained.
Yeah, I must say, when I was watching it from home,
yes.
I remember thinking
I was nervous.
Yeah, me too. And I remember thinking that Charly was so good in Japan. He was a little better in Brazil, but the London level was just like so ridiculous. Like you were so good, and like with the Jordan stall things and the lower combos, like the level of the lower combos, what we saw when we announced you, for example, the Ahmad combo in the final, it was like so easy looking, perfect style. And
so
I remember
as
thinking,
well. So fit.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that, at the moment, it clearly looks that no one else can beat Charly because you were so good.
So take us to the final. I know you have to go soon, but 5 more minutes. Is it okay?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah. So let's go to the final, right? So you're going in the final against Kosuke. You know in the back of your head, I lost 2 finals. What went through? So take us to the final. What went through your head, like in those 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Were you thinking about the last time where you were like, I'm not going to listen to anyone? Did you think, oh, if I'm going to lose, I'll quit freestyle? Like, tell us, what were you thinking?
No, it was different because every competitor, we were, at the backstage. And when somebody was going to compete and lose, just keep watching the show. And another one, like all the guys competing are here and the others are watching the show live. And in that moment, just Kosuke and me were in the backstage.
Yes.
We both, like, nobody more,
Empty.
no one more. And I see Kosuke like warming up for the final, like a few meters away with the, with the paper, watching the tricks.
Oh, yeah.
And me fighting with my mind, like saying, no, focus. I have to do what I'm doing. Like, because of course all the bad moments were trying to enter to my mind again, like saying you will lose again, and try to or being afraid or try not to risk. But I had also like a paper with a lot of tricks. Like there is something like very curious that you will like. When I was training for this competition, I was training with an old friend, Andy Silva.
Yes,
and so what
hardcore.
I did, hardcore.
Yeah.
What I did, what I found was good. Like, for example, I get a new idea and I write it down, and then I show this trick to him, but without him knowing when I'm going to do, like surprise, the surprise effect. And when I see his reaction, I was putting the tricks 1, 2, or 3. So the tricks.
Good
with
idea,
3,
man.
yes, because I knew that Red Bull Street Style is also about the surprise, the people like screaming and all that. So I had many tricks with different numbers. With 1, which is a good trick but not too much. Second, the 2 and 3. So I was planning to do in the final, of course, some tricks of 2 and some trick of 3, and also remember one more, the trick of number 3, in case that I get some drops. Just saying, okay, in case I drop, I have one more trick to put in the stage. And I did it like that, and I started to warm up for the final, and just saying to my mind, no, don't listen to the bad thinkings. Just read this and practice. And I say, okay, which was Super Magellan, the trick, or Scoramount 2. Super Magellan, okay, try Super Magellan. I was doing Super Magellan, blah, blah, blah. The other one, this one, blah, blah. And then when I was resting, like drinking some water, started to enter the bad thinking, and again, no, read again. No. So for me, it was like that, like fighting with myself, until the moment that they say my name and I go to the stage. And it was like a dream, because all the people, when you enter to the world final, they open the
doors.
The doors, and you both enter, and all the people watching at you, like if you are like Messi. I don't know.
Yes,
if
like a rock star or something.
Yes, and all the kids with the hands, like doing like high five. All the kids like, and that moment just was enjoying. Yes, and the trophy, of course, the trophy in the middle when you go running. And in Argentina, I think, or Latin America, we say don't touch the trophy before the final, because you lose if you touch the trophy.
Okay.
So I didn't even watch the trophy, I think, because in Japan, I remember watching the trophy and saying like,
I remember.
you are mine, and that didn't work. So
bad luck.
it was
And then you finally won.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment your hand was raised, I remember you like shot the ball wherever. What was on your mind?
Yes, pure happiness, because of all the time that I was training, trying to get the title. And in that moment, I think wasn't even important the trophy itself. Was more like to finalize my story, I think. Because I was also in my computer saving clips from every final and saying, okay, the day when I win, I will do a video with all the story to inspire people to know that they can fall many times, but if you continue at the final, you can achieve it. But I had a lot of final clips losing, but I didn't have the one winning.
Yes.
Because in 2014, they said in the federation that I was the best of the year, because second place in everywhere, and I got first one in the ranking. So they say, okay, Charly is the world champion by ranking this year, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that.
I understand. You want to stand there and
lift the trophy.
So when I got the to that moment was pure happiness inside me, and thinking, okay, I have my story now complete, and I can do this video that will keep forever.
Charly, still got it, man.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. I remember you gave it to me, so I still got it.
Yes, it's something that will remind the help that you give to me, because also if I am world champion for 2016, it's thanks to you. And I remember
it's my best my favorite T-shirt that I have. So
favorite T-shirt. Yes. You're welcome.
It's because of this story, you know. That's why.
And I remember when I was in the airport of London, before taking the plane to Argentina to come back to Argentina, being world champion with the trophy and everything, and I got a message from Red Bull Argentina saying we are sorry that we didn't have the budget to send you to compete. And I say, okay, no problem, thank you.
Whatever.
Okay, well, amazing, Charly. It has been so inspirational. Like, this has been for me the best Freestyle TV episode ever.
Yeah, it's my favorite episode.
You know, someone with such long and thorough history of freestyle. It's just so great to hear. So thank you so much for coming and sharing your story.
Oh, you're welcome, guys. Thank you for the invitation. Yes, I hope we can keep inspiring the freestylers, and I hope in the future the sport will be growing much more.
For sure.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, what episode.
That was good,
episode. Man. It has been such a great thing, but you know, it's the end of our broadcast time. So follow the WFFA, follow what's happening in Red Bull Street Style, and see what's happening this year. Who will be the next Red Bull Street Style champion?
Next week, 2 weeks, we have the next episode, right? Every second Thursday.
Exactly. Thank you, Daniel. It's been a pleasure as usual. And thank you for all the viewers. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.